Goodluck Jonathan did visit President Tinubu, and they talked extensively about some few things, maybe coaching on governance, maybe international ventures that the Goodluck Jonathan has been up to. But it was an interesting point of view. He shared just a few words about his visit to President Tinubu. Listen to Goodluck Jonathan as he narrates pretty much of his meeting with President Tinubu yesterday. Take a listen to this.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Subcontinental bodies. I'm the ECOWAS mediator for Mali, and I'm the chair of the West African Elders Forum. So there are certain issues bordering on the continent and the sub-region that I discuss with various presidents.
Okay, so that makes up a point of his visit. Also on the sideline of that, there was the set of people who, after winning the NASS leadership, had a viewpoint. There was the appreciation visit and the likes of that. Let me walk you through how that felt like for the likes of Akpabio, who was gracefully, in the presence of President Tinubu, alongside with the new set of leaders and the deputies. The Lagos State governor was in the room. Hope Uzodinma was also in the room. They talked and took photographs, and they had their own key reactions along the lines of that. A little bit of that meeting was interesting just to watch as well, and many more. But here's something I wanted to really play for you. The Northern Group, there's a Northern Group now that's met and talked about, let's look the way of Burutai. Let's bring it back into your cabinet. There's the advice they provide for President Tinubu to ask the former military general to be involved in governance. Good idea or bad idea? Let's listen to their reasoning.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Are using this medium to call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to see to the fact that competent hands such as General T.Y. Burutai are harnessed to work for the good of the country as his government takes shape for the onerous task ahead. Given the right choice and the quality of choices President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made, Nigerians shall attain tremendous success in a record time. The fact emphasizes the point that we are the product of choices we make. It is incumbent on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ensure that competence is the watchword as Nigerians are expectant to see the country work again. Our potentials must be harnessed, and one such way is ensuring that passionate Nigerians such as General T.Y. Burutai are brought on board to render tremendous service to the country. The northern professionals and intellectuals are using this medium to commend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the laudable steps taken to put the country on a sound footing. We are confident that in the weeks and months ahead, Nigeria shall appropriate the new administration commitment to addressing the country's challenges. We pledge our support to the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration and encourage all well-meaning Nigerians to support the administration in our quest for greatness. He has displayed capacity and competence, exemplified in his illustrious career in the Nigerian Army. Culminating as the Chief of Army Staff, it is also on record that General T.Y. Burutai led the Nigerian Army in one of the most challenging eras in the country annals. And the success recorded indicates his versatility and leadership acumen.
This is Morning Crossfire.
All right, that makes up a part of what he had to say with regards to that, and just to follow through on all the things that one would expect in days to come. At the end of the day, everything that played out the way they played out, it was interesting just to follow through on all of that. Now, let me also say to you, it was of interest yesterday to listen to the President of the Senate. Now, I'm even sometimes wondering, I'm going to confirm this from Fidel. Do we go with President of the Senate or Senate President? Because I know at some point the title was changed to President of the Senate. But hey, we all used to using the title Senate President. I'm not too sure which one works best for them at this time. But it's an interesting time to wonder about all of that. Meanwhile, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, in his first speech, talks about all the things he's keen on doing for the leadership of National Assembly and essentially for Nigeria. Take a listen to a part of what he said briefly.
This is Morning Crossfire.
They will say, may he or her soul rest in peace. The next thing, they will say, clerk, next item. So I felt we were on next items. So the first prayer I have for you, for this great honor today, is that may you never be a next item. May you never be a next item. May your family never see tragedies. That will be my prayer to God Almighty. So I want to further assure you that the enormous responsibilities facing us, that we shall tackle them headlong. We'll look into the existing laws and work closely with the House of Representatives to realign them, to ensure that they are fit for purpose and they suit the current realities of the artificial intelligence that the world is facing today. We will try our best to also make laws that will move forward and encourage foreign direct investment into the country. The current administration has brought about the acronym of Renewed Hope, and I think this Senate will join in ensuring a total renewal hope for Nigerians where there seem to have been no hope. I had the opportunity of serving as a governor, and I warned my people who work with me that I do not still believe in politically motivated infrastructure. Therefore, the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will ensure very serious oversight functions. We shall carry out very serious oversight functions to make sure that we do not waste the resources of the country. We'll put members of the executive on their toes, particularly the ministers, when they are ready to work. When they are appointed, we'll follow project by project, and also we'll do our best in terms of our preparation. We will not have any delay. And this one, I must commend the 9th Senate, because we had a difficult time in the 8th Senate when we used to have delay in budgets for almost 7 months. But when I came this time around, the 9th Senate did so well. They were able to get Nigeria back to the era of January to December budget system. And I think the 10th Senate will maintain that tradition. I hope I'm speaking your minds. That will enable us to plan well and start well for the country. So the executive must also assist us to make sure that they send the budgets on time, and the ministers and then the MDS and the other parastatals that ought to defend the budgets will have to suspend foreign trips and come down to do so we can act timelessly and make sure that we maintain that tradition. So I pay great tribute to my predecessor, distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawan, for the achievements. The number of laws passed were unprecedented, and particularly the SDGs, the numerous projects strewn around the country that were completed, unlike in the 8th Senate, when we had what they call budgetary approval, and then they said no cash backing, and so we had a lot of abandoned projects. I do hope that this current administration will also work closely with us to give us 98 to 100% releases and not just approval without cash backup. So we'll work closely with the executive in that direction for the benefit of the constituents. So I assure my colleagues that yes, indeed, God has given us this opportunity. Every generation, according to Frank Fanon, must, out of absolute obscurity, discover their mission. And when they do so, they either fulfill the mission or they betray the mission. This Senate, the 10th Senate, we have discovered our mission, which is a mission to renew hope in Nigeria, a mission to ensure that we revitalize the Nigerian economy, working closely with the executive. We will not betray the people of Nigeria. I will not betray that intention. To my dear brothers, government is a continuum, and the Senate is no less. We shall therefore further strengthen the legislative space in continuation of the laudable efforts made by the 9 senators that I've just referred to. Some of the issues that will concern us will be gender matters. We don't have a lot of women in the Senate. I'm not suggesting that you give your spaces to women in the 11th Senate, but we ought to have had more women here. But we have only 3 women in the Senate. So I want to congratulate them and pray that next time we shall have more women, but not my sick, maybe any other person who wishes to handle it.
Stay with me. I'll be back after now to talk more about this. You should listen more to what he had to say. This is Nigeria Info Morning Crossfire with Femi Live. I'll be back.
Audio Jungle.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
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 is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This 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 is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Just before we get back into the phone lines, I just want to play a little bit more from what the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, said as he did take charge of the 10th Senate.
Pay particular attention to issues relating to persons with disabilities and the vulnerables in our dear society. We will engage in any legislative action that will bring about empowerment and stop our youth from being recruited into banditry and then unknown gunmen, Boko Haram and others. We'll pay attention to insecurity. We'll pay attention to insecurity. We'll work closely with the executive to ensure that we can sleep with our two eyes closed, and then we can also travel by rail, by road to any part of the country without fear, let or hindrance.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Okay, that makes up a part of what he had to say with regards to his inauguration and the things that follow through from there. It's an interesting one, I would say. Well, we'll see how things will go through. Oh, happy birthday, by the way, to the former governor of Lagos State, talking about Akinwumi Ambode. Today, he clocked 60 years, okay? And, well, taking our time to extend a congratulatory message to him will be the current governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who did speak about him and talked about how well he worked and, well, his young and adult life to the service of Lagos State as the first civil servant and later as the 14th governor of the dear state. He talked about his role as a councillor, treasurer, an auditor general for local government, a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance and Accountant General of Lagos State, and how you displayed a high level of integrity, dedication, professionalism, and the likes of that. So, Akinwumi Ambode is 60. Congratulations to him on a wonderful day like this. But NASS as well is still engaging with the government to understand what student loan bill is all about. I can't play that for you today because of time, but let's just celebrate now on quite a number of issues we've looked into and shared points and viewpoints on. Let me find out from you what you're thinking about them. The lines are open for you right now on 0700-951-0000. You can also join in on 080-9597-4869. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Femi.
You're welcome to the show.
Yeah, I want to comment on proof that
I'd like to know your name, if you don't mind. I'd like to know your name, sir.
Oh, Samuel from Gogolada.
All right, Samuel. Okay, go on.
Yeah, the northern group that says Tinubu should include the Bertai into his cabinet. Yeah, all the people that the northern group normally present to whoever is the president, what have they achieved? Notably, Adamu.
Oh, dear. Okay, your call didn't stay true, though. No wahala. Okay, let's take on another call. Good morning to you.
Hello, Dr. Femi.
Yes, good morning. How are you today?
Fine. Dr. Femi, honestly, I was not happy the way you like Mara Maruna at all or Babio. Babio, a small boy. It's not good.
I missed that, actually.
PDP. He did not supposed to. Some of us that own Babio, we are very angry over it. Babio, everybody knows who is Babio. Babio rose from commissioner to who he is. He's a lawyer. I don't know why, because he wants, if his candidate is not winning, must he kill everybody? This Babio was impeached. There's no governor ever in the history of this country that has ruled Nigeria well like Babio. That Ibom A, it is an international standard. If you look at stadium, look at what that man did. And look at just because his political godson, Udom Emmanuel, wanted to make him relevant, then he now becomes to be relevant. This guy always talk like, I don't know why him and Tara always talk.
Okay, let's leave it at that. You don't join the personal attack, okay? I missed it. I missed him calling him a small boy. I'm sorry about that, but I do get your point. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Femi D. Amele, how are you? How are your loved ones?
Oh, very well. Thanks for your call.
We enjoy your plenty, madam, episode today in the right to wisdom.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. What does Burute want? What is he looking for? Burute is a de facto military head of state under Buhari. Buhari gave him a blank check. He managed engaged army officer. He deployed them to where he do a lot of things. I don't want to use a foul word on here. So by the time when he's leaving, he's exiting. He said banditry and Boko Haram will not end unless in 40 years to come. So what do you expect from me again? He doesn't have any solution to Nigeria problem. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you for your call on that. Okay. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Yeah, Femi.
Morning. Welcome.
It's Kingsley, yeah.
All right, Kingsley.
I always get annoyed when this northern group are agitating, pushing, point this one, do the other one. Buratai was the one who led Python dance in South, which almost 8 young men lost their lives. And these people have not even apologized, and they are pushing him to perform one duty or the other.
Oh, okay. Kingsley called it on stay true. Interesting point you do make, though. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Femi.
Yeah, good morning. Yes, good morning. Ooh, okay. Not too sure the call is staying true now. All right, let's explore this one. Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning once again. World class of Femi Amele. I remember on South Abubakar Ali aka Tinubu King, calling from PW Kubwa.
You're welcome.
As regards the position of the NSA, there is one security officer in this country, which in my belief, the country has not been able to tap into its reservoir of knowledge and expertise in the security cycle. That person is no other than the retired Major Hamza Al-Mustafa. If you can give that my NSA, my brother, just go and sleep. Believe you me, he's not only vast on security, he has also demonstrated that.
Okay. Oh dear. Barely.
Yes, too. So thank you much for the opportunity.
All right. For those who don't know, he used to be quite close to Abuja. He served as the right-hand man for Abuja. He was also the former presidential candidate of the AA in the last election. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Femi D.
Welcome. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine. My name is Wally from Kado. I just want to comment on the on the Northern group, calling on the president for Burata's appointment. So I don't see anything Major General Burata has offered us for the last administration. So they should just allow him to go and rest. So we need new people with a new vision. That's my own contribution. Burata should go and rest. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, interesting point of view. You also do bring up, let him rest. Anybody that needs to rest should rest. Let's carry on in the country with other people. There are quite a number of people that different people, of course, would suggest and say, this person, he's a bit work now. Let's explore somebody else than the regulars that we've been going back and forth with. Good morning to you.
Femi, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. How are you today?
My name is Boka Jr.
All right, welcome, Boka Jr.
Actually, I don't know if this group calling on Burata to be included or given a chance to serve as anything. I don't know, sometimes we in the North, I don't know, it's like this elite, they do sponsor some group to push out for a personal person to like given an appointment. Burata has served. He has served, and we know how he leads the Nigerian army. And after retirement, he has given an opportunity to serve an ambassador, I guess.
Oh, dear. The code is stay true. Okay, well, is serving as an ambassador very close to us? I think one of the African countries that borders with Nigeria is serving in such a role there. So I just wonder if that would suffice or it's not sufficient enough for service to the country. Warake Yado says, good morning, Femi. Burata coming back to do what? Did he forget any idea when he was, did he forget any idea or ideal when he was in office as general in Nigerian Army? Did he forget to use original bullets to destroy Boko Haram for over the years? To me, if there's any ideas that it should pass on to the security agencies for implementation. No more vacant seats for Burata. We have paid him all his gratuity and pension. Nigeria can't afford to repeat or paying another gratuity in right. Okay, thank you for your message. So FMD Burata has a case to answer. He should not be given any immunity this time. He allegedly mismanaged some funds and he has been avoiding questions because the cabal always want to protect him. Oshudi Ebenezer writes that in. Joseph Sam from Airport Road says, congratulations to one of the best governors that ruled Lagos State, the former governor Akimi Ambode, on his 60th birthday. May God bless him with more years of prosperity and good health. Okay, and then I do have this that says, good morning, Femi. Where were the northern elders when the former President Buhari was given his appointment to one region to Nigeria, ignoring federal character? Please, they should allow our vision president to form a government of national unity. Henry Oga from Suleja did write that in. Good morning, FMD. Who made that speech? He is the number one enemy of Nigeria. Their agenda will be busted 10 times. 10 times it surfaces. And then you go on to say 10 times it surfaces 5 times. Burata was the most compromised army chief that polarized the Nigerian army. The reason for such, let me get this right. The reason it was made an effort was to protect him. I think Nigerians are wiser now. Let Burata enjoy the lagis that got him as security chief. We don't want him again. He was he has the order from above that always stop the army from giving terrorists a bloody nose. Enough is enough. Say no to Burata. That's according to Mary from Mary there, writing our viewpoint in with regards to this as well. I'm keeping up with other messages as well this very morning. Let's take some few more calls. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning, Femi.
Good to have you on. Welcome.
Thank you. This is Elder Sam from Kalademawa.
All right, Elder Sam. I'm keeping up with you. I have about 3 minutes before I take on the live appearance, okay? But go on, Elder Sam.
Okay. I just want to comment on this Northern Elders authority. Is it an advice or what should I? If people will listen to Northern Elders, this thing, if the chief is going to be worse than Buhari's own. Because they always come out with some idea that will just destroy this nation. A man that has served, why should is he the only military officer that can serve? People should not listen to them, and Nigerians should take their stand not to listen to these people because they don't take the benefit of the good of this country. That is my take on that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that. Good morning. All right. Welcome to you. Yes, welcome. Yes. Oh dear, the network is not doing good. Oh dear, that is stay true. All right, no problem. In a short while from now, I get to know the name of my guests. They're going to be with me, their Energy Without Borders initiative. So we'll get to know their name and, of course, the likes of that, and as one would find. Okay. All right. Keeping up with all the calls this very morning as well, as we have it. Okay. So some of those calls are coming in really fast now and furious. Okay. All right, we'll get to know all of that. Now, who joins in via the phone line? I think, I can take one more call. I wanted to take one more. No, but time wouldn't allow me to take one more call. We'll go on the break, and when we do come back, I will take on my live appearance this very morning right here on Nigeria Info. Thank you so much for all you do. Let's leave the conversation at that because we'll be back tomorrow to continue something more expository as always. Nothing breaks the news like the news. I'm Femi D. Amele. Good morning to you.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amele. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.